Okay, I don't know if it's the angle or just a symptom of what I'm going through at the moment. That's me, but it doesn't look right. Okay, we're off to a great start, and I really should be getting to bed, but no, okay, bear with me. I was sitting on the toilet, and honestly, like, what is? I need a fart. Hang on. Silent. Not exactly silent. It's not quite midnight. Okay, so I was sitting on the toilet, and you don't need to know about how this body is decaying, but anyway. Oh no, I've said too much already. No, I just had this, like, very strong sense, which I've had before, I'm sure, I've talked about it before. Apparently making videos is a thing I do that goes on for anyway, no, I just had this really strong sense of having walked in on someone else's life. I don't know how to explain it. It's very bizarre because, like, that doesn't make sense. It's clearly a psychological illusion. But, like, you know, I'm looking at my stuff when I come out of the bathroom and it's triggering memories, and I'm just like, yeah, okay. I remember that happening, but it's like, you know, I've got some pictures up there, and like, one of those is from a high school friend, and so I think about high school. I'm like, yeah, high school's a thing I did. But like, did I? I don't know. I'm really, like, just sort of bewildered. There's a word, bewildered. Suppose as I talk more, maybe it starts looking more like me. Although, if talking is a thing I do a lot, and maybe talking is helping the brain patterns get into more of a normal state, maybe that's then helping my perception of myself in this gadget. I don't know, like, my brain does really weird shit like this. It's not the first time. I have a clear memory of walking Hope in the street, and I even know exactly which street. I can visualize the street and having that sense of, like, I just walked in on someone else's life. And I think I've written, now that I mention it, I've written on Facebook privately, but I've written, like, it feels like every so often, so I'm basically like a character in a video game, and every so often there's, like, the controller, right? And if you imagine people sitting in a room holding the controller, and then it's like they get bored of it and then they pass the controller to someone else. So it's the same character, but someone else is playing. I don't know if that kind of makes sense. It's like, it's not like anything about the character's history has changed. Nothing about, like, the story leading up to it. I don't know how this goes for an analogy with memories, but it's like, okay, let's say everyone's been sitting in the same room, maybe, or... No, that's not exactly how I described it, though. Like, at the time, so this is going through depression, and at the time it's like, so like a depressed person is playing me as the character, and they have to get through their depression, and then when they feel better, they hand the controller to someone else who's depressed, and they have to work through their shit. Of course, I think, was that before or after I don't know what stage of my diagnosis that is. I don't know, like, what time is it? It's like after 11:30, and I just did some notes for my psychologist, but it's so hard to describe the feeling. And like so sitting on the toilet, having that feeling of, like, walking into someone else's life, or, like, sort of just becoming aware of being in someone else's life. Like, I didn't exist until right now, and then, well, until right on the toilet, and then I'm like, oh, this is where reality has started. Okay, so where do we leave off? Okay, now I gotta figure out what to do with my life. I guess I was getting ready for bed. So I did that successfully, and, like, I did all the usual things that I know I do. But I don't know, there's just something that doesn't feel right. I think I seem a lot perkier at the moment. I know when I make shorts, I was thinking about that, making shorts. I think the reason I seem perkier in that is because there's only 1 minute, And so I have to say things more quickly and try and get to the point faster. And so before I film it, I have to think about, okay, what roughly am I going to say? Occasionally, depending on what it is, mess up a few takes and have to redo it, and then so that changes how the way that I say things. There's no script or anything though, it's still just memory stuff. But sometimes I do it in the first go, but then trying to get things fast, and then it's like fast makes perky. But no, this is long form video, and I'm sure I seem perkier than I normally am. I feel like I'm not acting like I normally am. I know what I normally am, but I'm not in that state of mind at the moment. Anyway, I'm doing the tangent thing where I like ramble about stuff and then remember what I was going to say. So I'm still doing things with some consistency. Okay, no, I was on the toilet and had that thing of like, okay, I walked into this life. Cool. Well, is it cool? It's a bit like, okay, what do we do now? And then I had this weird feeling like the lights got brighter. Now, they didn't get brighter. I know visually they didn't get brighter, but something about my brain's perception made them seem brighter. And then in terms of like how I'm feeling, I wasn't feeling down or anything before that. I think I did have some derealization. I watched Xena, and then I looked at the dog who was in the wardrobe, sort of on the carpet and looking at me, and then I had the derealization hit, because nothing's real, or nothing felt real, and then he doesn't seem real. He's like this big teddy stuffed animal thing, and he acts so different to any other dog. I think my brain is struggling to cope with the change in my life, maybe, and it's doing some weird shit. But why now? Actually, it did do it before, but in different ways. Okay, I don't know what it is about right now that's making it even, like, why is today one of those points where things seem just more weird and my brain is doing more weird stuff? I don't know, but I looked at it and I had a derealization. But then, getting ready for bed, and then there's something about sitting on the toilet. Yeah. Like, so that I had the derealization. That's what the point I was getting at. See, yes, okay, I'm rambling, so there is consistency. That is who I am. I am a rambler, apparently. A lot of the things I do are automatic. Oh no, now I'm sort of having a derealization from the sense of me making a video. No, I was trying to, so before I had this sitting on the toilet event, I had a bit of derealization, but I think I got over it putting the dog to bed, coming back, starting to get ready, but then I don't know what I was thinking immediately beforehand, but it's like, oh, I just sort of woken up in this life, pooping, of all things. Sorry, did that go into too much detail? And then, yeah, things got brighter. And then I noticed somehow my like, internal sense of, I don't know, just got a bit lighter. I don't know, I don't have the right word, but I think probably the way that I'm acting gives you a sense of how it's different to my normal state of being. What is normal for me, though? I don't know, lighter, like life is fine, maybe that's, because I know life's not fine, but it's not bothering me at the present moment. I'm just sort of, I'm weirded out, but not too much, and I'm sort of like, everything's, but I will go to bed and sleep will likely reset my brain, so hopefully in the morning, maybe I would rather be like this. So unfortunately, in the morning, I will probably be back to tired self, especially because I should have gone straight to bed instead of making this video, but apparently documenting my life is a thing that I do. So here I am doing it. Yeah. Anyway, no, I will probably be tired, and then I've got to do, like, the morning routine, and the morning nap, and then I think there were plans to try and take the dog to the park, which, involves driving and some, it seems kind of stressful, but apparently I'm going to do that anyway. I don't really feel the stress at the moment, but I know that's what I was thinking beforehand, so I still know what I was thinking about. I just feel somehow not right. Is my hair, like, Did my hair change a bit since the start of this video, like the way it's sitting? Maybe that's why. No, there's something like, is my face a little bit too, or is that like what the hair has, no, and then there's this, I should just go to bed. But you know, documenting the weird shit that goes on in my brain. We won't talk about the weird shit that goes on in the toilet. Because yes, we're getting old, aren't we? Did anyone happen to, like, I should have cultivated more stalkers. So, like, you know, back in the day, is there any chance that someone downloaded all my old videos because I don't have a copy of the ones that I deleted? That would be interesting to see. Some of you watched it, some of you would have that stored in the brain memories. But I'm sure there's plenty that we've all forgotten. And I don't know why I was thinking about that. Oh, because one of the things that I have on the wall is a printout of, like, my old channel. Like, somehow I saved it and printed it out, and it's on my wall from, like, way, way back. I don't know how long it's been on that wall. But it's a thing. It's a thing that's up there. And, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff. Anyway, I don't know, I don't feel tired as well. I'm just like, I'm ready to do stuff, guys. Ready to do stuff. What are we gonna do now? Maybe, was that today? Yesterday I had to pick up another mecha thing, and it's about skincare, and I'm like, I wonder if that, but the other boxes that I picked up didn't really trigger anything in me. I don't know, I just don't know why I'm being like this. Why do I feel like this? Why am I acting like this? Anyway, yeah, no, I should get to bed, so that's just where I'm at right now. I don't understand it. I've made some quick notes for the psychologist. She wanted to talk about dissociation. This is not the dissociation. This is not the form of dissociation I was expecting. But, you know, like, when the topic comes up, sometimes that does trigger things for me. It's just like, this is not what I was expecting. I assume this is some kind of depersonalization or some form of dissociation, just not the type I was expecting. Anyway, shit, how am I gonna make myself tired? I was gonna read instead of, like, being on the computer, which I already did today, but if I can't sleep, maybe I should read, except that book is not great. But anyway, maybe if it's a shit book, it'll make me want to sleep. Okay, good plan. Bye.